Hey, welcome back everyone. Today we're in the outdoor kitchen picking that project back up, and today we're going to be doing a little bit of rework. Show you what I have going on. And so I had originally planned on this being the end of the countertop on this side of the wood-fired oven to make room for my smoker. What I've decided though is after looking at it, I think I need more countertop space, and so I need to pull up all these pavers today, form this up, and extend this slab all the way over to the end. And then we're going to pick these pavers up and we're going to extend this a little bit here over to give me more room for my barbecue over here. So that's the plan for today. See how it goes. All right, so how I'm planning on this project to go, I'm going to pull up these pavers. I'm going to shovel out the sand underneath them into a bucket so I can reuse it. And then I want this to pour another 5-inch slab or so of concrete here to extend the slab. And a couple of reasons I want to do it. One, I want to give myself more countertop space, but also I want to give this wall, that's quite heavy, additional footing and additional space to support it. And as you can see right here, the footing that it's on is quite small, and I'm afraid that it's going to not be able to support it over time. And so I'm going to pull this up and I'm going to drill probably holes every 12 inches or so along this back footing, and then across the slab over here. And I'm going to put rebar going both ways, and I'm going to actually epoxy it into each of these slabs. So once I pour this new slab will be tied in with the slabs that it adjoins to. And so none of the slabs should be able to move independently. They'll all act as one once this project's done. So first step, we're going to go ahead and get these pavers out and get everything cleaned up. Let's get to it. All right, so it is hot out. About 90, 91, 92 today, but we're still going strong, trying to get this pad done today. So let's bring you back to where I'm at. So got the pavers out, and now I'm prepping the base for the concrete. And so 2x6 forms to match the old slab that was here, and I'm doing rebar every 12 inches just to give the strength to make sure that it ties in well with the surrounding existing concrete. And so I'm actually tying in these rebars into the adjoining slabs. And so I bored in a 3/4 inch hole, 1/2 inch rebar, so 3/4 inch hole every 12 inches. And to do that, I use my hammer drill, but what I ended up using was a smaller 3/8 inch bit as almost a pilot. And then I came back through and used the 3/4 inch bit on the Hitachi hammer drill. And that worked fine. I went through it like butter. So that's done. Cut all the rebar to fit, so we're good. Got some plastic down just to act as a little bit of a vapor barrier. So I think we're getting close. So the next step is to structurally kind of anchor these rebars in to these holes. And so to do that, I'm using this product here, anchoring adhesive. And so this is a 2-part epoxy, and I've heard kind of horror stories about this, honestly, about it. The work time is almost non-existent. So I think once I start, I need to have all these holes done in like a minute and a half. So it's going to be quick. So my thought is, how am I going to approach this? I'm going to have everything kind of mocked, and I'm going to get my gun ready, get this ready, pull it out, squirt it in, slide the rebar back in, and try to do each one very, very quickly. We'll see how it goes. I don't know. I have another bottle just in case this hardens up on me, but that epoxy in there, from what I hear, gets hard really quick. So we'll give her a go. We'll see what happens, see how far I can get. But ideally, I'll get all these done with this one bottle. But we'll see. So that's where we're at. I'm going to go ahead and set the camera back up, and let's try and get this this rebar anchored in there. So you see this product here. To get this product going, you need to pull this bag out from inside and cut this ring off. It's a two-part system, and for it to work correctly, you need to cut this ring off, and then put your cap back on and your spout, and then put in your gun that way. So that's what I'm going to go ahead and do. We'll get to anchoring these rebar. All right, well, I must say that worked extremely well. That was much easier than I thought. It was actually very easy to squeeze. So I had heard horror stories about it being almost impossible to squeeze out. That it was honestly just like caulk almost. Seemed like it mixed well, went into the holes just fine, and it's already setting up. They're already considerably stiff, so I think that was a success. Let's move on to getting the concrete ready. All right, so this product takes about 40 minutes to cure, and so I need to wait probably at least 40 minutes before I start pouring concrete. So in the meantime, I'm just going to go ahead and tie all the rebar up and get that done. And in case you're wondering, no, I probably didn't need to anchor these rebar in. I could have went with a smaller hole and probably pounded them to be kind of friction-ish fit and been fine, but it's my one chance to do it right. I am just concerned about this back wall moving on me just because of how heavy it is and such little current support it has. So I just wanted to make sure that you know, I had the best opportunity for everything to stay where it is, and so that's what I went with. So let's go ahead and get these rebar ties in. Alright, so it's been 40 minutes and the epoxy has cured, so it's time to start pouring the concrete. And so I'm just going to show you quickly the tools that I use for this. And so I'm using 5,000 psi Quickcrete. I use this because I find it easier to work with. I don't know that I need the additional strength or anything, but it is a nicer product than the yellow bag stuff, so I usually use this. I use the pail with the measurements, so I know how many quarts of water I'm putting in to try to make it consistent. And then I use my trusty Cobalt concrete mixer from Lowe's. It has served me well on this project. I've probably put, oh man, I don't know, a couple hundred bags probably through this thing so far, and it's a beast. I abuse it and it keeps on going. So great product right here. So if you're looking for one for your homeowner or small contractor, this is a great mixer. And since I'm dealing with the slope and the pavers and stuff, I'm not going to wheelbarrow it in. I'm going to pail it in. So I'm going to dump it here into this mortar tray and use a 5-gallon bucket, scoop it up, and carry it into the slab and pour it to the form. So a little bit more work than the wheelbarrow, but it'll be fine. We'll get there. So that is the plan. I'm going to go ahead and set up the camera and get to mixing. Let's get to it. that officially kicked my butt. It's 95 degrees, 15 80-pound bags. That was not fun, but we got through it. So it's been 24 hours, and we're now ready to come out here and take a look and pull the forms off, see how it worked. All right, forms are off. Looks pretty good. Not a whole lot of air. Got most of it out. All looks pretty good. Pretty flush here, and this will all be covered with stone, so really won't make a difference. Up here. Yeah, pretty close. Yep, all right, looks good. So next step, it's extremely hot here this week at 95, mid-90s, and so I'm gonna keep this covered, keep it wet, and try to slow it curing process down as much as possible. Again, not overly concerned about strength. It's literally just going to be holding, you know, some metal framing and a countertop. So it's more so just around giving this wall a little bit more support. And so now with that rebar in there, it should help it out considerably. So next steps, we're going to go ahead and clean this up, get the edging back, get some sand back in here, level things out. We're going to have to cut off our pavers because we have to extend this border all the way down, and so these pavers right here are all going to have to be cut. So I'm going to go ahead and get working on that. All right, project done. Pavers are all back in. Got the bricks cut back, the edgers put in. I think everything fit in pretty well. Swept some new sand, watered it in with the hose. Instead of compacting, I used the hose. It's quicker and settles it really just as well. So let this dry and maybe sweep it a little extra sand if it needs it. But otherwise, I think we're done. We're just going to let the slab, keep it wet and covered, and let it cure for a week, and then we'll start building the counter. And next project that we're going to be starting here is to go ahead and start framing out this island. So we're going to be hooking up some electrical that's being brought in. In a separate video, we'll be running the fresh water from the house underground into the island as well. So we'll show you how we're going to go about doing all that. So thanks for watching. Hope you found this useful, and if you have any questions, go ahead and just leave them in the comments and I'll get back to you. Thanks for watching.